Good morning. It is currently Sunday, January 4th. It's 11:12 a.m. and this is my 2026 goals. This is my journal, basic old composition notebook. Since last year, I've started writing my goals in here. I actually want to start with my 2025 goals. For my 1-year goals, I wanted to be 220 pounds lean. Didn't get there, nowhere near that. I wanted to read 5 books total throughout the year. I read 2. I wanted to continue reading the Bible and being closer to God. I absolutely did do that. I wanted 1,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, I'm at like 2,200, and on Instagram, I'm at around 1,700. So I beat those goals, but I think those were very low set goals. I wanted to invest more money, which unfortunately I didn't really do because I pay for school. And finally, I wanted to be happy and confident. I can say I have demolished. Like, I have absolutely fucking killed that goal. Those goals, I think, were very, very low set. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't know who I was. And I was going through some stuff that every person goes through. But I think now that I have more of a direction in my life, these 2026 goals are a lot more specific, a lot more out there. But in my head, I am so confident in the fact that I can get 90% of these goals done. So let's start. Sub 4 hour and sub 3 hour, 30-minute marathon. I have my first marathon coming up in a little under 2 months. It's February 22nd. My goal is to get sub 4 hour, but by the end of the year, I want a sub 3:30 hour marathon. I want to complete my first triathlon, which I think will be very hard considering I haven't swam in a long time and I don't own a bike. But it doesn't have to be an Ironman. There's shorter triathlons out there just to get my feet in the water. I want to complete a high rocks. Super confident that I can get that one done. I want to do a pros double with Jaden or my brother. And I want to complete an ultra marathon. I want at least one brand deal, hopefully multiple. I want to travel as much as possible. Last year, I had the privilege of going to literally both sides of the US. I visited my sister in Boston, Massachusetts, and my other sister in Tacoma, Washington. I also went all over Texas, and the goal this year is to travel to new places. I want to experience so many different aspects of the world. So some of my top places this year: Hawaii, hopefully the Hawaii Marathon, Mexico, Colorado for a backpacking trip I think would be cool, and Florida. And I didn't write this down, but I also want to go out of country. I know Mexico is technically out of country, but it's like 15 steps to my left and I can be in Mexico. So I'd really like to go to Europe, Asia, but that's going to be a hard one. I want to do 10K in revenue for Seoul, which I think will fucking smash this year. I want 10K followers on TikTok and Insta. That one's going to be hard, but I think just through consistency, I can make that happen. I want to do my first backpacking trip, like I said, in Colorado, maybe Utah. I want to be a full-time content creator. I think if I just continue down this path, it's something I can achieve. I want to meet Fonzie, Sage, Luke, Ethan Kwan. Those are people I really look up to. Also Nick Bear. They're people I really look up to and I take a lot of inspiration from. They're literally living the life I want to live. They're aesthetic, they're fit, they travel the world and they do such cool shit. And my friends and I want to be like that. We want to have a life like that, of freedom, of literally being able to train for our job. I had the privilege of meeting Noah Rolette and the Raw Dog crew last year. And they're super, super cool. We actually went back to Noah Rolette's house. He showed us around. We had a long talk with him about business. It was probably one of the coolest moments of my year. So hopefully we get to meet these guys this year. I want to read 12 books. That's one book a month, which I think is very doable. I want to get closer to God. Although last year I do feel my relationship to the Lord has gotten a lot stronger, I know that I can get it even stronger. I want to pray every day. I want to talk to him all the time. And there was a point last year where I was praying every day and just having conversations with him. And I felt his presence. I felt him talking back to me and answering all my prayers. And I want to get back to that. I want to cook better. I want to learn to cook, to grill, to smoke, how to saute or caramelize onions, how to use seasonings. I want to learn how to use a knife better, how to cut certain ways and stuff like that. And these are the more inspirational goals, I guess, that don't have a sort of number or physical aspect to them. I want to inspire others. Sometimes I'll get a text from friends or even random people on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and they'll tell me that they see the work I'm putting in, they see the effort, and it inspires them. And to me, that is the best feeling in the world. Knowing that what I do, which is just running, lifting, and posting my life, has inspired others to go out there and do the same is genuinely the best feeling in the world. I want to continue to love life. Last year, I kind of realized that it's never that serious. Life is for you to enjoy. God put us on this earth to enjoy and worship him and to just not worry so much. I want more muscle. That's a big one. I always tell myself I want more muscle, but then I'll bulk and then I'll cut and I end up looking the same. I want to be a better person, and that just revolves with everything. I mean, being nicer to people, being better to myself, taking care of myself, taking care of others, just being a better person. I want to be more responsible, mature, and smart. I think this past year I grew a lot. Both physically, mentally, emotionally. I try not to let things affect me. And I think I do a very good job with that now. But I want to keep growing. I want to keep being a better person so that when I'm a father eventually, I will always be there for my kids and my wife. I want to meet hundreds of new people, which I know will happen just through networking, being outside. It's bound to happen. I want to stay healthy. Everyone gets injuries, everyone gets sick, everyone goes through their ups and downs. But if I can continuously stay healthy and just run and lift, I'll be set. I want to pray every day, which is something I've already been lacking on these first couple days of the new year. I want to show up and work hard every day. This winter break has been the best winter break ever. I wake up and I immediately look for something to do. I wait for my brother to wake up so we can go to the gym, go run. And while I do wait, even if it's the most simple little things, it's just something to keep me busy. I'll read a little bit, I'll journal, I'll do the dishes, I'll clean the oven, the bathroom, my clothes, any little thing, I'll vacuum, just stuff to keep me busy here and there, because I began to hate complacency, to hate laziness. I can't just sit on the couch and scroll on my phone anymore. I'll edit videos. I've started YouTube. I can't just sit still anymore, and I love that. And finally, my most important one, live a life worth living. When I say live a life worth living, I mean it in experience so much of everything that you can pass that on to your kids. Those are my 2026 goals. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I will continue to hammer down at these goals, and I want you to comment, what are some of your 2026 goals this year that you know you'll get done? Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, and have a great day, y'all.